it our way. Like, what if the roles was reversed, and Russia was dabbling with, helping somebody that we had beef with, and we had an issue with, and then we had one of their people? Are we gonna show them the same mercy or not? Like, it's easy for us to just kind of say, "Oh no, this is wrong. This is morally wrong." But
all-star who, I mean, I'm not gonna say she's the first female NBA or WNBA player to dunk. Who was that? Yolanda? Was it Yolanda?
Man, who was that?
Who was it?
Lisa Leslie didn't dunk?
That's what I was. Yeah, maybe I was talking about Lisa Leslie. Yeah, I know she did dunk. She was on the Sparks, right? Yeah. I know it was somebody on the Sparks for sure. So I don't know my WNBA culture like I should, but
long story short, she can hoop.
She can hoop. It may look unorthodox, but she can ball.
She just caught a 10-piece down there. We gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about this, man.
Yeah, let's go ahead and pull up this footage about what happened with BRITTNEY Griner. I know we're laughing at it and joking about it, but I said that's some of the things that we're privileged with California. They're not going to sentence us to 9.5 years for marijuana.
Right.
I mean, I guess you can consider that trafficking depending on how much, but it didn't even look like that much.
Man,
let's let the video see what it'll say.
Let's cue this up, see what they talking about.
Arguments in the trial of BRITTNEY Griner begin in Russia today. It's been nearly 6 months now since the Houston native was arrested in Moscow for cannabis possession. Russian prosecutors just asked Griner be sentenced to 9.5 years in prison.
It's a translator going through it. 9 years has the same feeling in any language.
God damn.
like damn, bro.
Yo, seriously though? 9 years.
So she been in this since February?
February. What's that? How many months is that? We in August?
It's like 5, 6 months.
About 5 months,
there. I guess when I look at it, like the first thing that it goes to, it's Russia. Obviously, we got some issues. It definitely feels like it's a political move.
Yep.
And I'm just looking at it from the outside. When I first hear about it, I'm like, okay, you just threw the book at her. Mm-hmm. And when you find out what she has, it ain't even like she had no nuggets on her. Like it was oil.
Yeah.
It was like the cartridges. Mm-hmm. Like nothing you really intending to sell, like which we could, they're trying to charge it with smuggling and that type of stuff. And I'm not too privy to Russia's laws with this, but it definitely seems like they going OT on her, no pun intended, with this whole situation because, and I think a lot of it has to do with, U.S., possibly be involved with Ukraine and aiding them. And maybe this is kind of like, oh, we kind of see what you've been doing behind the scenes, trying to help Ukraine with our issue with them. We're going to make it a little bit difficult on somebody we got in our custody that belongs to y'all. I can see it from that front as far as on the political scope. But, man, this is a little bit
crazy.
Deep. Well, it's more, I think it's deeper than that,
I see that.
Because Biden put out a statement, saying, they need to release her immediately and this type of, this, that, and the third. Other political sources are coming out, trying to, show support and stuff like that. But I look at it, I get what she going through is hell. It's probably bullshit. She probably been living probably the worst circumstances she probably ever has in her life. But I look at that, how many people we know that's locked up out here,
right,
for weed?
I would say,
you know what I mean?
It's 5 years. You can say 5 years for trafficking or the intent to sell. You know what I mean?
She wasn't.
But 9 years though, and that's what I'm saying though. I mean, I could understand you want to, rules are rules. You know what I mean? Rules are rules. It's a little bit stricter and harsher, it sounds like, over there for a very simple gateway, I guess, if you want to call it that way. But in general,
it's the gateway.
In general, but 9 years.
It's crazy, bro.
Decade, bro.
9 years is crazy. I feel like there's a few ways you can look at this though. Like, if Trump was president, is she still locked up in Russia? I don't think so.
That's a good question.
That is, because I know they had a good relationship.
Who did Trump bring back?
He got a Kodak Black.
Kodak.
Yeah,
And
he got
who
Kodak.
else? Did he get a
No, he got ASAP because ASAP was in Sweden.
Rocky. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, ASAP was in
but we
Sweden.
ain't really got no beef with Sweden like that.
True.
Like, this is different. I think the fact that I don't know about that one. I think I feel what you're saying. That's a good conversation to have, because I actually didn't think about that. Like, what would be the differences as far as our president is concerned? Would that have any influence on, the outcome of this situation? But
They was in bed together.
But I think with Russia, I don't know, man. Like, that's a different thing. That's not the same as Sweden.
I agree.
It's a lot easier to be like, hey, man, bring him back home. With Sweden, that phone call is a lot easier,
Right.
than trying to hit up Russia now. It ain't sweet right now.
I want to know if there's other Russians who live there normally who probably had similar or less of weight, or more of weight. Do they get thrown 9 years for that as well? I mean, like, is that normal? And I think that's my question, because you guys are barking up the right tree. Political, forcing her to stay 9 years, probably an over sentence, more than what she actually needs, right? Or is it normal? Like, people in Russia are like, yeah, stupid. This is normal. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do we know, what's normal or not? And I will say this, because, we wake up every day and choices are made. Choices are made. They may be small. Nigga, I just roll with in the car. Something, you know what I mean? Like, it could have been my day. We all make choices. They may not be the best at that time, but we made that choice. We do got to live with the consequence of it as well. I hate to say it.
You got to live with a 10-year consequence, though.
Right. I mean, it was excessive. I mean, a weed pen, oil. I mean, come on. I mean, if she had a pee on her, all right. You know what I mean?
I get it.
What are you doing with a pee? You know what I mean? Coming.
You trying to get that off?
Going from Russia, exactly.
Like that. Like, so.
But a pen.
That tells you it's recreational or medicinal in her case, because apparently her doctor prescribed it, because in Phoenix is medical marijuana is legal, all that. Her doctor's already testified that was a prescription from the doctor.
Yeah.
She also had because I guess she played over there before, back in like 2013 or something like that, and I guess she had people on her behalf in court kind of speak. You know how they have people come in and speak. Like, half the basketball team, the Russian basketball team, spoke to her defense.
Oh shit, that's dope.
Like, so it was like it was a lot of that going on.
That's actually pretty dope that they came and spoke up for her. That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. But they were looking to make an example out of her.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like this is a power play.
Yeah.
Like, they and it you got to look at it from their perspective too. Just from Russia's perspective, like, maybe they don't like the fact that America's dabbling in they shit that they got going on with Ukraine. They don't like that.
True.
And then they're like, so think of it our way. Like, what if the roles was reversed and Russia was dabbling with helping somebody that we had beef with and we had an issue with, and then we had one of their people? Are we gonna show them the same mercy or not? Like, it's easy for us to just kind of say, oh no, this is wrong, this is morally wrong, but what if you flip the script? Are you gonna act differently? I know they've been discussing prisoner swap.
Yeah.
So, like, somebody that they may want to swap and that type of thing, they've been talking about that too.
Who we got that they won't?
I forget. They was listing off some people.
It's like some spies or some shit like that.
Yeah, they was listing off some people. I wasn't really privy to who they were, but I know that's been in discussion. But I guess the press secretary though here, United States press secretary, I think he put out that any offer they've been offering has kind of been like a bad faith offer as far as coming from Russia is concerned. I mean, and that's one sided. That's what our press secretary is saying.
Right.
So.
We trying to get a spy out so he can do some more assassination.
Well, think about it. Is that a good trade?
Nah, I mean, we just getting the NBA, WNBA.
No offense, but all you can do is hoop good.
These niggas can shoot.
You want to let some spy killer come out?
Talk about shooting in the gym.
You might have to sit Brittney. I don't know.
You ain't here shooting in these streets.
I'm just saying, man. Like,
big difference.
Like, I don't know. But, you know, all joking aside, I think one aspect that a lot of people ain't talking about is, like, we focus on this one person because she can hoop. And she's a high profile person, but we got tons of people that's locked up right now, you know what I mean, for weed that should be retroactively released.
Right.
Based on that, because in most of these states it's legal.
Legal now, yeah.
And it's like, why are they sitting in prisons here in America? Fuck going to another country.
Right.
Here. And we ain't addressing that. I think what's his name posted something like that. He put out a post. I think we were just talking about him a couple weeks ago. Either Jake Paul, Logan Paul, one of the Paul brothers. He brought that up. He did something on Twitter or Instagram. He posted something similar like if you could pull it up if you want to see it verbatim, but you know, just summarizing it, kind of said like, yeah, that's great bringing in, but you also may want to talk about the people that, you know, been locked up for weed right now here in the U.S. and getting them released. So,
and that's what I mean. Like, we may have a little bit of a different privilege because it's now more legal and it's more talkable. You know, I mean, I'm talking with, you know, my mom, who, in my eyes, kicked me out at 18 because she caught me smoking, and you know, it was a great decision. It helped me grow up. You know, you learn things. Once again, we make choices, right?
You
but
left
now
the house. You left the house smoking like a motherfucker. He's like, fuck this. This is who I am.
Gone.
Sir, smoke a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I mean? And then move down the street. You know what I mean? Make it happen. But ultimately, you know, now she's talking about it. You know, she's flirting with the idea of opening a dispensary. And I'm like, what?
Now the weed game didn't opened up, bro. Like, there's a lot of people that's in the weed game who you wouldn't even think.
Right.
That's the thing. That's how much it's changed. But that ain't nothing new. People gravitate where the money at.
Yeah, that's true.